I'm the co-founder of M2P. We are a 7-year-old business. We work with banks, we work with fintechs. We actually are working towards putting India in the global map with respect to fintech action. We are, as a company, we believe that we are at a cloud moment in terms of how technology is being leveraged by banks. Over the last 15 years, you've had a number of businesses or areas where cloud has taken over, right? In the form of communication, in the form of cloud computing, like what we do with AWS. What that meant was new players, innovators can come in and innovate on top of it. So you don't have to really worry about the cost of actually taking a business live. Things like communication. Twilio actually solved for it in a very, very a nice way. So if let's say Uber goes to a new market, they don't have to worry about what is the local service desk that they need to set up. Twilio could sort of enable it. We also believe that banking and financial services will go through this cloud moment. We are already in the middle of it, where we help banks, we help fintechs, and kind of create new opportunities and new products and take them to market. As a company, therefore, our mission is to enable every business that is looking to be a provider of financial services. As we speak, we are about 500 people. We power almost about 500 different variety of fintechs. There are lending companies, there are young adult focused businesses, there are cross-border payment companies. We have a very wide variety of ecosystem partners who leverage our platform. What that allows us is to actually go back to banks, which are actually the store of trust and the regulated licenses, to help them actually become the fintech, right? So there are banks on one side, there are fintechs and innovators on the other side. How can we actually bring up the efficiency across the board is where we kind of come in. Therefore, we sit in the middle. We orchestrate a lot of these transactions and business ideas, and we kind of enable them to actually move up the value chain. What this has allowed us to do is to layer the whole platform into 3 distinct areas. There is obviously payments, where India is a very vibrant ecosystem today. There is cards, there is UPI, which is a phenomenal success story globally. There is QR, there are cross-border payments. Payment in itself is a very, very robust sort of engineering effort that is required. How are we able to take that out and make that into an API-based infrastructure so that anybody can actually layer it and offer it to their customers is our first sort of product. And we all in the room, must have heard about neo banking and neo credit. So therefore, that's the second layer where there's a lot more effort that is required from the banks to understand risk, manage it, ensure that it is compliant from a regulatory standpoint. We power a lot of the products around neo banking and neo credit capabilities. While we do that, we also get an opportunity to actually, provide new product capabilities to the banks and businesses that are on our platform. Things like BNPL, areas that we often hear about, where there's a new product idea and the life cycles on product development and taking it to market is also kind of crunched. So therefore, a platform like ours will actually help banks put out these products, more meaningfully into the market. And we have been, powering a number of banks in this regard. And just to give you a lay of the land in terms of what kind of businesses use us, right? So if you actually see, it's a very heterogeneous mix of companies, categories. A lot of the large private banks that leverage our platform, and oftentimes we see in the media, bank platform not being able to scale, because a lot of these technology stacks that were used were before the app ecosystem really took off, right? Or what commonly is referred to as the pre-iPhone era technology platforms. Today, we are living in a world where many of these will need to actually kind of get rehashed. Several of the banks in India, for sure we know, have already gone down this path of re-engineering, re-architecting their tech platforms, which allows us to actually go and deploy these in a number of these use cases that you see across SME, across cross-border kind of playbooks. What that has allowed us to do is to actually put India at the center of a lot of the fintech action happening, at least in Asia. So over the last couple of years, we've gone to about 20 odd markets. We're live in about 12 or 13. And we are very proud of the fact that, whatever we are building in India, all of us in the room, is actually being looked up by, global players. Large banks across Asia are looking up to UPI and figuring out how they can take it to their market. And there can be a more proud moment than this for an entrepreneur to actually build something in India and actually have that ported to all over the world. Thank you so much for giving us this opportunity to talk and talking about our story. Thank you.